Hey, what's up, ladies? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Revitalized Womanhood Podcast to the Core, my Friday episode, talking all things beliefs, bonds, body biz, the core categories, my 4 core categories, things I think are most important to keep in alignment. And once you've got that figured out, you're aces. That's it. You've won. You've won life, right? Because that never happens. Anyway, I have started, this will be, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and add these, but I've started asking women around the world, please send me your stories. I want to hear all the stories and I want to share them here because I think they are so fun to get to know each other better and like have that connection with all the women. It's like we think that we're so unique in some of the things we experience, and it's like, oh no, we've been there too. Okay. You know, when you're with your girlfriends and someone's telling a story and you're like, oh yeah, I got that beat. Listen to this. Or like mom life to the umpteenth level or whatever. So I've got a funny one right here it's one from one of my members of the Revitalized Sisterhood, Robin. And she says, went to the gym for a sanity hour this morning. Zero intention to work out. Checking the kids into Discovery Club, they ask the usual questions. One of which is, where will you be? I'm going to stare at the wall in the locker room for a bit, then probably the hot tub, then the shower. Long pause. So should I write down that you'll be at the pool? Yeah, that works. I totally get that. I say it all the time. Like if I go to the gym and I don't go to a class, I am aimless. I love that you needed it as a sanity hour. Let's see. She's got a couple here, so let me read this one. Okay, the setting, bathroom outside karate class starts in 1 minute. My girls still aren't dressed for class. All right. We've got a cast here. A cast to the story. She sent me a cast. All right. There's a few girls, friend's mom, and likely lobby of people within earshot. All right. The girls were running late for karate, and I can hear them in the public bathroom that frequently has preschoolers, so the stalls are equipped with little plastic footstools. I waited a few minutes, but instead of hurrying, I hear them chatting and kicking the stools to each other from each stall, underneath each stall. Before I could stop myself, I had yelled loudly, "Are you girls going to the bathroom in there, or are you just passing stools?" I can't make this stuff up. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it, Robin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for writing in. Ladies, send them to me. I want these. Send them to my Instagram, Revitalized Womanhood. Shoot me a DM. Send me an email, Gina@revitalizedwomanhood.com. Or we have a post on the private Facebook group. If you are not part of the private Facebook group yet, go join. What's stopping you? It's free and it's fun. So, all right. Today, I wanted to talk about, so I got done recording with one of my members, Leah, and she, if you remember Leah from the last Friday episode, but if you remember Leah from earlier, a few months ago, Leah has an Instagram. Let me find it so I can tell you the name of it right here real quick because it's amazing. Amazing. She's amazing. I absolutely love her. She's got a podcast. Okay, so her Instagram is actually Leah Brug. So it's LEAH_BRUEG. And she is a functional diagnostic nutritional practitioner. She's amazing. I love her to death. Let's see, Leah, what's your podcast called? Read the blog, free group, free guide. Oh my gosh, go to her website, you guys. She has so much amazing stuff here. It's www.leahbruggeman.com. Okay, her last name. Here we go. LEAHBRUEGGEMANN.com. All right, sorry, we'll put that in the notes. But anyway, so she was on here with me and we were talking about what she's loving. I mean, you heard it, but in case you didn't, but she was talking about what she's loving about her squad, what she's loving about Revitalized Sisterhood, what she's got going on. Well, we got off recording And she says, but however, there is something that I wish I was feeling a little more fulfilled in, and that would be more conversations and camaraderie with other moms, other stay-at-home moms who are entrepreneurs, who are building these businesses at the same time as running their homes, being a wife to their husbands, being mom to the kids, right? It's a totally different. Let me see. Let me find it was so interesting that she said it, because I actually say this on my website. When I very first created my Revitalized Womanhood website, revitalizedwomanhood.com, I went to is it the about or the start here? Okay, it says, the path of womanhood has never been a straight shot. Sometimes it seems as though the options that society has grown accustomed to for women is to either hide in the home or blaze up the corporate ladder. I don't know about you, but I don't like either one of those options. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So here we have, so I know in this day and age, this modern world, it's getting super hard to have just one income. And so this episode is not a shame, blame, guilt. It's nothing. Okay, we've got stay-at-home moms that are lucky enough to not have to work. Love them. Love them. I have a lot of them in my community. I love them heart and soul forever, right? This is not about that. This is not about the women who are working moms, working for companies. This is not about that. That is something totally different. This episode is specifically about the women who are working from home, building businesses out of their homes, right? It's a different kind of struggle. It's a different kind of, every situation has its own pros and cons, its own challenges, its own, right? Every situation. So in this specific episode, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the specific struggles. The wins are huge, right? And I'll talk about those too, but the specific struggles that take place when you are a mom that's a stay-at-home mom, but you're also creating a business. You're an entrepreneur, right? You're not working for someone else. You are actually having to create this business on your own. So for me, luckily, I haven't had to be completely stay at home yet. Luckily, Rick has the ability to, he's retired, so he has the ability to stay home with the kids. So we kind of just swapped. And so I've gotten to put a lot more effort into this, which is already so hard. It is already so hard. So I can't imagine with the amount of time that I'm putting into this to build this company and how much I've been putting into it since last July to build this company has been so great that if I were doing that while being the full-time stay-at-home mom as well, if Rick had to go to work, if Rick was working and I was still the stay-at-home mom, holy cow, are there enough hours in the day? I don't think there are. There obviously are, because women are doing it, and I'm actually going to be doing it soon enough because Rick is taking on some new passion projects. So actually our schedules are going to be changing again, and I will be back to being mom. However, with me doing this, I still feel those, okay, so like I go home from work and I still clean the kitchen. I still clean the living room. I still scrub the bathrooms. I still do all the laundry. I mean, there's piles of it. So by the time I finally get around to doing the laundry, my family's like, nobody has underwear on today. Rick told me that he was wearing his granny panties. I about died laughing. I looked at him and I'm like, oh, I don't like those ones. Don't wear those anymore. Just throw them in the trash. And he said, well, then go to the store and buy me some more because laundry day is getting further and further. So he's like, everybody's got that pair of granny panties that they have to wear during laundry day. Oh, I love him. He's such a girl. Anyway, so I still do all those things, right? He's not for what he is an amazing, he's starting to be such an amazing cook and that. So I don't mind that he doesn't do the laundry. Maybe I'd be okay if he folded it more. But I don't mind that he's not doing these things. It doesn't bother me. However, if I were the stay-at-home mom, which I will be soon enough, those struggles, right? Okay, so I want to hear from all of you women who are, in my mind, I go straight to saint artists maybe. Or do you know, I looked up when I very first started this and I was looking up all of these women that I wanted to interview, so many crazy, crazy cool businesses, like very successful women-owned businesses, women-started businesses and women-owned businesses are from Utah. Man, this is like a breeding ground for these cool places or these cool businesses. So we've got like Fawn Design, Freshly Picked, Mixers. Hello. Hey, Mixers. Just Ingredients. Let's see. Paparazzi. Paparazzi is huge. Are you kidding me? That's such a cool, wow. They are so cool. They're here in St. George. Anyway, my point is that these women had to do all the things. They had to build these businesses while being mom, while being wife, while running errands, while schedules, football, soccer, school, plays, flute lessons, right? They did it all. So I see you. I see you, mamas. I see you, and I am here for you. So my intention for this episode, sorry if I'm not making myself clear, which I probably haven't been yet. This is me just ranting so far. My message is we want you in the Revitalized Sisterhood. We want you in there because it offers so much support for those problems, for those struggles, the things that you're struggling with, finding more time in your schedule, more time in your, busy to-do list to create space for the things that you hold more dear to your heart. And that's being a mama and being a wife and making memories with your family and not always just being stuck on your phone, trying to increase your visibility on Instagram or trying to get engagement or trying to make sales, right? Trying to get clients. We feel you. And we have women in here in the Revitalized Sisterhood and we talk about these things. We talk about tips, tricks, best practices, what's working, what's not working. We talk about social media. We talk about marketing. We talk about, right? All the things that we need to know about that maybe can help. Like if it didn't work for Facebook ads, right? That's like throwing a dart. That's a crapshoot. I swear to you. But maybe someone else has had it really work. And it was like, here was why. This was the trick. Okay. So this community is not only about supporting moms at home with their kids. It is about supporting moms who are trying to grow their businesses. It is about, I shouldn't just say moms, okay? Women who are trying to grow their businesses and multitask, maybe go to school while they're trying to grow a business, right? It's all the same. It's just your attention is going to different things, right? Your priorities are going to different places. So anyway, I really hope that this was something that reached the women that needed to hear it, okay? Because I want to talk to you ladies that are feeling like you are alone, all alone on the struggle bus, trying to launch your business, trying to build this business, all the while being pulled in 40 different directions and trying to be the best mom you can be, trying to be the best student you can be, trying to be the best wife you can be, trying to be the best friend you can be, right? All the while, and not allowing yourself to have guilt, not allowing yourself to be shamed, not allowing yourself to shame yourself, right? Not allowing for these types of false identities, right? And just really, really embracing the amazing, beautiful, wonderful person that you absolutely are. And we see you, okay? We see you. We get it. It's all the things. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Sorry about that. I had to have a little pause. So if there's a little break in the thoughts, oh, that's just where we got clipped back together. So, on this topic of this community being a great place for all the women that are here, right? However, this specific episode, again, I'm saying this specific episode is talking to the women who are creating their own businesses, who are building their own businesses, whether you're doing it with children at home. This is kind of specific to that because this was the conversation that I had with one of my members, and we were talking about the things that it is very specific to, not just, I think it can relate to going to school as well. You know, you're being pulled in different directions. But anyway, this is more specific to relating to when you're building a business from home and trying to raise a family as well and take care of your home. But this community is here for that. We are supporting that. We have women in here. We're supporting each other. It's like a mastermind for that kind of thing. Yes, we're in here for other things as well. But this is one of the topics. This is one of the, if you will, masterminds, right? It's possible to put yourself in the abundance zone, right? Seeing and hearing from other women who have done it or who are doing it, it like almost gives you that extra bit of permission, right? Have you ever been feeling like stuck and you're just, I know there's so much that I should be doing, or I could be doing better, or it's just out of my reach. I just can't quite, right? You're just like, I just can't quite get there, right? It's when you hear it and you hear these different perspectives from these other women who've already done it or who are going through it as well, it kind of does. It just gives you that little bit of tweak that maybe you needed. My favorite thing too is sometimes when you have a problem and you say it out loud, and even as you're saying it out loud, trying to explain it to someone else, you answer your own question. I had that happen the other day. Ryan asked me, I was asking for a coaching advice on something, and he said, hey, can you explain that a little better or reiterate it a little differently, right? And I was like trying to explain it differently, and then I'm like, oh, wait, as I just explained it differently to you, I kind of answered my own question. So we're good. It's fine. I got this. So even just not only giving you that bit of permission that you need to be like, yeah, I can do this too, but maybe you just needed a little bit of a shake. Like I pushed pause just a second ago, 3 minutes ago, because I lost my train of thought. So I hit pause and then I stepped back and walked away and went and did something else. And I came back and I'm like, okay, whew, there, it like kind of unlocked my brain, right? These are the kinds of things that happen when you're in masterminds. These are the kind of things that happen when you're in communities like this and you get to bounce things off other people. Also, support in, I can do this along with being an engaged mother, along with being a loving wife, right? That's what Leah talked about this. And she was saying how the reason that she joined the Revitalized Sisterhood was because she has her business, right? She's growing her business, but she felt like she needed that extra support in being a better mom, in creating more space for the things that were more important to her, right? And in being a better wife, in being able to run her household better while she's doing this. So there's different aspects to this that are not necessarily overlooked. I wouldn't say overlooked, but maybe we just try to like push them down, right? We're trying to just do everything and trying to make it look like we're okay doing everything and we can do everything. I mean, we can do anything. We just can't do everything, ladies, okay? That's the point. All right, we're walking with each other in this journey and the what ifs and the wins and the losses, but all with a sounding board of other women who are feeling all the feels as well with us, right? Or, wait a minute, or let's take this back even to the beginning. Or do you just have a dream to create something, but you don't quite know what it is just yet? you have a dream, you feel something in you that's like, hey, I'm a wife and a mother and I love it. And I love taking care of my home and I love my day to day. But there is still something in me that's just like, I think I have this gift and I really would like to share it with the world and be compensated for it, right? Or you want to be making money on your own time, on your own terms, right? You know that you have more to contribute to the world and you want to be paid for it. So even that, even if you're just in the beginning stages, even if you're just like, I think that there is something more. Or, what about the moms who have sent their kids off to school, right? That cute little babe is gone to kindergarten now, if you have all day kindergarten like I did, which is amazing. Or in first grade, I guess, and they're gone all day and you're just hanging out like, well, this is cool. Now what do I do? You're just sitting around waiting for your little buddies to get home from school, right? Anyway, these are the things. These are the feels. I hope something landed. I hope one of you out there was like, yep, this episode's for me, because I really, I kind of jumped into recording it because I just came off that conversation with Leah and it's really been resonating with me and like vibrating in me that she's right. Like there is something to that. There's something different. It's not just mom life. It's not working mom life. It's not retired womanhood life, right? It's different. It has its own category. Each of these things have their own category, and this one specifically has its own category, and it has its own struggles and pros and cons and all the good things. So I wanted to talk about it. So I hope that was great. All right, ladies, please, I don't say it enough. I'm going to keep saying it. Go rate and review my podcast. I would really appreciate it. That would go a long way. It takes 3 minutes to go do that for me. I would really appreciate it. It goes a long way in shooting me up the ladder of podcast sphere and gets this message out to a wider audience. And I would really appreciate it. It's about literally the least you can do for me. If you support me and my message, I would really appreciate it. Thank you again for spending your time with me, and we'll see you next week.